And so, how long were you?
It's about to get rough out here for y'all, man. Got a dude here that had to come and stay in his office, his work office, because he couldn't afford rent. Now, every day I go outside, ain't nobody really working. I come back from Chicago last week or the other week, and I noticed that in the morning all the way until nighttime, like the streets are extremely packed to to the point where it's aggravating. You're like, well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and everybody's packed, or, or it's 10 o'clock at night and everybody's is still packed. You can't move. Nobody's doing nothing. There's a lot of homeless stuff about to happen here in a minute. I want to show you this video of this dude. Salakia, got the hiccups really bad. Moving into his office space. This is March 16th, 2022. So a few weeks ago, and the scriptures speak about uh, great famine and hunger and the storehouses, and second Edges uh, talks about the storehouses being emptied. You know, so people are gonna be hungry. People ain't gonna have. People are gonna be homeless. A lot of things about to happen. To my cubicle at work. They do not pay me enough to do both. So, as a matter of protest, I am just going to live at my job, and we'll see how long I can get away with this.
That's right, he moved into his job. What you just saw was funny but odd, yet sobering. A look at what many in this country are dealing with. A Seattle man is gaining lots of attention after moving into his cubicle at work to live there. He tells me he could no longer afford rent, and this seemed like a no-brainer.
He could no longer afford rent, and this seemed like a no-brainer. Just think what people are going to be doing when they can't afford any food, or if the money crashes and you know they can't buy any food, they're gonna have to get that chip. Hey, people gonna be like, "Hey, you can't buy any food unless you got the chip." You know, people gonna be eating each other until then, man. Eating their babies. Salaki, I got the hiccups really bad. Good morning, by the way. And in case I didn't say it, I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Double honors to my apostles and elders, and the bishops on down, and great millstone who rule well, teach well, being great example to us brothers. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. It's your brother Anal Shafa, all coming to you from Prophecy and Promise Camp, also known as Humble and Contrite, 144K. Just some quick morning news, man. This these food prices going up and these gas prices going up, and all these things are leading to that mark of the beast, man. They're gonna. That's why they said. That's why Charles Schwab says you will own nothing and you will be happy, because this chip is gonna make it so that you can do all types of things, man. People are gonna be lining up for that thing, man. People would have got it yesterday, man. Okay. But just check this out, man. Things like this man moving into his office cubicle. I had a woman, one of my exes actually, she doing so bad, man, she had to move into her office, man. Got kicked out of her mother's house, had to move into her office where she works at. Like, and these are the past few months, and these things are happening, man. These things are happening. A lot of people, a lot of us, it's about to be in the streets, man. Lord willing, not, but it's about to get real hectic.
There was a couple factors that came in, like at the same time. My lease was ending, and my rate,
lease was ending, my rent was going up, and none of the places that I applied to had approved me, and they were too expensive in the first place. I also recently discovered that my company had an office in downtown Seattle, which to me was the perfect location. Theoretically, if I lived there, I could, just go right to the bars, and I don't have to do that $50 Uber at the end of the night.
See, he thinks it's a joke. He's talking about a $50 Uber at the end of the night and all this other stuff. I mean, yeah, $50 Uber probably just going 5 minutes away. Now you got to pay Uber and DoorDash and all these places extra because of the gas prices skyrocketing. He making fun like it's some kind of game. He probably has family around somewhere. We're not talking about his family, but the thing is, he's probably prideful. He's really going to be struggling here in a minute when these things happen, when that dollar crash, man. Okay, when you can't get money out of your bank account, when the EMP go off. People think everything's a joke. People want to laugh and giggle and all this shit. This dude's living in his office and he's giggling about it, man. I mean, I swear, the pride of this place, man. The pride of this place. That's why the Lord is coming to destroy these people, man.
And then when I did have a conversation with my management about doing a performance review, doing a raise at the beginning of last week when all this stuff happened. And they weren't, they kind of brushed it off. And at that point I was like, well, I don't have any other options, because it was like Monday, something had to happen, and Tuesday my lease was ending. So when I had that conversation,
and that's how it's going. That's how quick it's going to happen when that flood of Russians or Chinese men come over us, man, and Jacob's trouble. It's going to happen real quick. You ain't got no choice. You ain't got nowhere to go. EMP done went off. Phones don't work. This don't work. People going to be eating each other. You ain't going to be able to buy nothing. Ain't going to be no food in the stores. People going to be stealing each other's food, stealing each other's gas already. Robbing each other. Setting up posts. Killing women and children, raping women, all types of things about to happen in this time that we're about to come into, man. A whole lot of evil stuff, man.
Right after that, I was like, well, we're grabbing the suitcases.
And you moved into your cubicle.
We moved in.
What did people say when they saw you moving in, or did you do it after hours?
It was after hours, but the other part about it is that office is basically empty because of COVID. So the most amount of people that I ever saw in that office was 3, and the normal amount was, there was one lady that came in 4 days.
This is Job chapter 10, verses 21 and 22, and it reads, "Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death." And America is the shadow of death, man. This place is a death trap. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is death, man. Everything he does is a death trap. Everything he sets up and tries to accomplish is a death trap. Okay? A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. This is John chapter 3, verses 19, and it reads, "And this is the condemnation, that light is come to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil." And you can see men on this world love darkness rather than light, and they don't want to come to the light. And what's the light? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. His name, his gospel. Because they don't want to stop doing the evil things that they're doing. And this homelessness stuff, this is all leading to the New World Order too. I'd always sit there and wonder why they kept the homeless people around. Why are they keeping them around? Why are they so poor? Whenever they got people like Elon Musk that can give every single person in the world $1 million and still have billions of dollars left over. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. What I think the homeless are stuck around for is because they're going to be the ones that they're going to initiate through them this new world order, this microchip. They're going to chip all the homeless people. 6:45 a.m. They're going to chip all the homeless people, man. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verses 5, and it reads, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. And a lot of those homeless people, they being experimented on, man. They being experimented on. They don't even know that they in MK Ultra. They don't even know that they're being experimented on, man. People sticking them up with different drugs and doing this and doing that and raping them. And that's why they keep them out there, to keep on for their entertainment, for these wicked elites' entertainment. And these police officers and these detectives and all this, that, and all these people, they could get those homeless people off the streets. But the homeless people are there for entertainment, for spreading diseases, for things like that. They keep them around, man. And more importantly, for the end time, when those EMPs go off and shut everything down, the homeless people, they're going to be the ones issuing in, homeless people going to be sitting in line. You know what I'm saying? Because all the homeless people got that juice. All of them got that C-19 in their arm. Those homeless people going to turn into them zombies first. And they're going to be infecting y'all people, man. That's why they're keeping them around. That's why they don't build communities to help the homeless out. They just let them stay there in the wintertime and die, and they go and take their camp down. They do all types of things, man. That's why they're keeping them around. They have a purpose. And that purpose is this new world order. Their purpose is these chips. Introduce those chips. And the Lord is visiting the earth, man. I wanted to get something. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And these things are going to happen real soon, because inflation is going up. Like we seen the brother, he living inside of his office, man. He probably got mother and father and everything. He's probably too proud to ask for help. But anyway, even his mother and father are going to be in the streets soon. These things are going to happen. Friends are going to fight like enemies, man, for the want of food. They're going to be stricken away for the want of the fruits of the field. People are going to be starving, eating each other, man. They're not going to regard, oh, that's a cop. Who cares if that's a cop? I'm still going to rape this woman. Oh, that's a cop. Who cares if that's a cop? I'm still going to go in this store or break into this house and steal. Hell, if this is a cop's house, we breaking into the cop's house and stealing his food from his family. People aren't going to care anymore, man. It says, a man shall go into a city and shall not be able. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, you're not going to be able to unless you get that chip. That's why these homeless people are still around, man. They're going to use it. They're going to make all you people homeless. And the only way you're going to be able to get a hold of your money is if you get that chip. That MOTB. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Or, even if the cars are driving, there ain't no gas. You can't get no gas. What if an EMP goes off? Then it stops the cars even. Stops the cars, stops your bank transactions, Stops everything, man. The only thing that'll work is that chip. That's what they bringing, man. That's what they bringing. 18, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, the lack of food, and for great tribulation. These things are about to happen on the world, man. All this is going to be destroyed. You see that city? Everything laid flat. Okay? Hell in Los Angeles, around Skid Row. I mean, they got 100,000 Skid Rows across America. I mean, this place don't give a crap about the homeless people, man. They don't give a fuck about homeless people, man. They don't give a fuck about the homeless. Literally. People are zombies, man. They got this fentanyl going down. They got fentanyl. They got all types of things that they're doing. They're doing experiments on those homeless people too, man. Believe me. They're doing experiments on them. They, meaning the government. They do experiments on them. I'm trying to tell you. All that money America got, and they can't afford no homes and stuff for these people. Elon Musk got enough money to give every single person in America $1 million, man. Including kids. But this is how they want us to live. This is how they, and a bunch of people about to be out here like this, man. A bunch of people about to be out here like this. A bunch of y'all about to be out here like this, and then y'all gonna be turning into zombies. Because they're gonna be doing experiments on you too. That's why they got Walmarts and shit set up that are empty. That's why they got caskets set up already. You see a bunch of caskets going different places. That's why they got things set up, man. Okay? Because you people about to go into FEMA camps. That's why they got these different laws that they're passing. The A4116 law that they're passing in New York and different states. This homelessness is going to lead to that chip too, man. Because a lot of people about to be homeless, man. Hell, some of us might be homeless soon. This shit keep getting harder and harder. But through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through our faith, man, you know, hopefully the Lord keeps us, man. And even if it does get hard, we got to maintain our integrity in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Them people don't care about homeless, man. These devils don't give a fuck about the homeless people, man. You know? Anyway.
At Capella University, we know the world is pretty smart.
Shalom.
Wicked smart. So we